Welcome to the first edition of the Full Court Press on the BEDN. I'm John Fansa on the BEDN. I'm John Fansa bringing you my 4 thoughts on Big East hoops every week. There's so much to choose from. We only have time for 4. And the first thing is the league still runs through Pennsylvania. Villanova, Pennsylvania, that is. The Wildcats are off to a great start to Big East play. They are 2-0 after an 85-71 win at Creighton. Yes, they rolled past Xavier on New Year's Eve, but what was even more significant about opening week in conference play, from my standpoint for the Wildcats, is that they were able to go to Omaha and not drop off in effort. They went there, they took on a road test in a difficult place to play at CenturyLink Center, a place that Creighton just beat Georgetown at on Tuesday night, and the Wildcats came away with a 14-point win. They're getting offense in a variety of ways. Josh Hart scored 25 in the win, but this is more than just a 3-point happy team. The key for them going forward is Daniel Oshefu. He has to continue to be a big man down low. You could argue that he's the best big man in the conference. We shall see when the Wildcats host Angel Delgado and Seton Hall on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock on FS1. More on the Pirates to come. But the Wildcats are dynamic in the paint. We know they've got 3-point shooting. Arcidiacono and Brunson, what a backcourt. Villanova still at the top of the league. Number 2, resilience in college basketball is needed for teams who want to make a deep run in March. Who has it? The Xavier Musketeers. How many teams in the top 10 of college basketball could lose the way Xavier did at Villanova, but then bounce back with a big 88-69 win over Butler and stay in the top 10? That's right, the Musketeers belong there. Remy Abel scored 21 points. It's a next man up mentality, and he did just that for Xavier in Saturday's win over Butler. Very impressive as the Musketeers were without their starting point guard, Edmund Sumner. It's good to see that he will be back shortly for Xavier, as it looks the Musketeers and Chris Mack can go deep into March because they've got a ton of versatility, so much depth and more. Watch out, because Cincinnati's a special place to be right now with Xavier. Number 3, after 2 straight losses to start conference play, a home defeat at the hands of Seton Hall, a road loss at Georgetown, what was Marquette going to do when they visited number 8 Providence? They came up with one of the best road wins that any team in the country has had this season. The Friars are legit. They're so much more than Chris Dunn, and they showed that again as Ben Bento scored 28 points. But Marquette jumped out to a 7-0 run, and they kept that lead for most of the first half. Throughout the first half, it was in the second half, Providence made their run. Normally when the Friars do that, they're able to pull away at home. They were up by 8, but Marquette, a young roster, came up big. And it was Henry Ellenson who scored 13 points and 10 rebounds, had the big-time block to seal the deal on Chris Dunn. We know how good he is. And Marquette, they got off to a slow start in non-conference play. They were 1-2, and then they were able to win 9 in a row. Bit of a slow start on the gates in Big East play, but Coach Steve Wojciechowski got this team back and running, and now they've got a top 10 road win. That is huge for the Golden Eagles going forward. And finally, we turn to the team that's rising in America that not many people are talking about, but I'll talk about them right here. It's the Seton Hall Pirates. They are legit. This sophomore class is another year older. Angel Delgado is big time down low with 7 straight double-doubles on the Pirates' 7-game surge. As he goes, they really go. And in the backcourt, you've got one of the most dynamic players in the country in Isaiah Whitehead, who's on the Big East Weekly Honor Roll, had 18 points and 9 assists in Saturday's 4-point win over DePaul. And along with the clutch gene, that is Mr. Kadeem Carrington in the backcourt, Whitehead and Carrington have formed quite a duo. And here's the thing to watch in the Pirates matchup with Villanova on Wednesday night, one of 2 on FS1, Ishmael Sanogo. Remember that name for his defense. Seton Hall, Villanova at 7 on FS1, Xavier, 10th-ranked Musketeers, head to Queens to take on St. John's at Carnesecca Arena at 9 o'clock. That makes for your Wednesday night a fun one at that. This has been Full Court Press on the BEDN. I'm John Fansa.